Welcome to the 442 podcast. We're coming off of some crazy Champions League games. We're
Yeah.
almost to the final. So,
Yeah, I know that. The Arsenal game, PSG was dominating Arsenal in that one, and Arsenal's lucky to just be one goal down, and they're in a good position though. It's not bad because think
yeah.
about it. Liverpool beat PSG in Paris 1-0 right at the end of the game. Looked demoralizing because PSG dominated, and then they came back, beat Liverpool 1-0, went to penalties, and we know what happened. So Arsenal's not out of it yet.
Not out of it, but it was at Arsenal, so the next leg's in Paris.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really hard for Arsenal. I don't think it's going to be easy, but yeah, I think it'll be close. I have a feeling it might go to penalties. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Okay.
That'd be fun. That would be exciting. And I think PSG is going to get through, but I think Arsenal still has a chance.
Mhm.
I do. I think, just looking at it, I know I was saying Arsenal early on. I thought, hey, it might be their year,
Yeah.
but maybe not.
PSG is definitely the better team, I would say,
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah.
But there's a slight chance. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping Arsenal can play really strong defensively, which they do have a pretty good defense. So I'm hoping they can keep it, locked down in the for the defense. And then, maybe Saka or somebody gets a goal 1-0, and then it goes to extra time, and maybe they'll somehow pull it off and win on penalties. But
You never
who
know.
knows?
Right. I mean,
We'll see. We'll see. And then what'd you think of the crazy Barca Inter 3-3 game? That was kind of insane.
that was, and I think Inter went up 2-0, I believe, and then they came back. I'm, not remembering necessarily correctly, but what a crazy game that was.
Yeah.
Back and forth, and you can never rule out Barcelona. They
Mm-mm.
got such a good team, and that's without Lewandowski too. So,
Yeah.
and Lamel was on fire in that. I mean, he looked really good. He looked
Oh,
really
yeah.
fast. At 17 to be that good.
Yeah, it's crazy how good he is, and it's just showing his potential. He's really on track to probably win a Ballon d'Or someday. But if he's already that good, it's like it's inevitable that he'll win at some point.
Oh
But
yeah.
it was crazy because Inter started off really strong, and I thought there was a chance maybe they were gonna win. But then, of course, Barca comes back and pulls off the 3-3 tie. But yeah, quite a crazy game. Like you said, yeah, Lamine Yamal, he was absolutely on fire. That goal was like insane, just
Yeah.
like the precision, the dribbling. He's just dancing around defenders like they're nothing, and these are like full-grown men, and he's making it look easy.
So easy, and the finish too, just curled it in, just perfect.
Yeah,
Just effortlessly. It just didn't look like he was even trying that hard. I mean, it
yeah,
looked that good, and so he's a great player. He's got a hell of a future, and good for Spain's in a good position having him.
yeah.
So it's going to help them in future World Cups and European Championships. So
Oh yeah, 100%. His hair right now, not. I don't know about how I feel about his blonde hair. What do you think?
not a fan of that yet.
Yeah,
It does
not
not look good.
the hair is kind of slacking. I don't know if that's quite his color,
Don't think so.
but yeah. Other than the hair, he is a very solid player.
Yeah.
So
And now we go to Inter, so that could,
yeah,
I
that's
mean, that's a toss-up, really.
yeah.
Barcelona is still my favorite to win it, but now Inter's in a good position because they're good defensively. They can counterattack, and so I think that one's a coin toss, really,
Yeah,
between the two.
that's going to be a tough game for Barca to go
Yeah.
to Inter being 3-3. I mean, that game, honestly, it's any way it can go. I feel like Inter, even though they conceded and kind of blew their lead, they still got to be very happy now that they got to go back to their home turf
Oh yeah,
and already have a tie. So all they got to do, knowing, is just get a win, and then they're into the final.
that's it. Yeah, exactly. So that's going to be interesting. So who are you picking out of those four
There,
teams to be in the final right now?
I didn't think it was going to be this close. I thought Barca would have handled Inter, especially at home. So that was unexpected. So right now, man, I want to say Inter because I always like home turf. And I think Barca has a better team, but I don't know. Inter seems like one of those gritty teams that can get the job done
Yeah.
on the day. And so since it's in Inter, I think I'm just going to go slight edge and I'm going to predict the underdog. I'm going to say Inter takes it. And then the Arsenal PSG, I think PSG will still
Oh
take
yeah.
it, even though I'm definitely rooting for Arsenal. What about
Sure.
you?
Sure. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that dark horse too and say Inter because Italian teams are often very good defensively, and they're going to be at home. So, like you said, they just need one goal, and
Yeah.
if they can hold on, then they're in the final.
Yep.
And I'm putting PSG in the final. So, still
PSG.
going to go. I'm going to go with PSG to win it now.
Yeah.
But the final's going, in my opinion, is going to be PSG Inter.
Okay. And then watch Arsenal go through, and then Barca gets
Yeah.
we're both completely
Oh
off.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm super excited for those games coming up. So then we'll know the final. So that's exciting. And then Premier League, Liverpool has officially wrapped it up. We've known for a while that they were going to be champions,
Yeah.
but now it is confirmed. So that was nice to see all the celebrations from the players. I really liked Slot's kind of speech at the end, kind of thanking Klopp and doing his little chant
Oh, that was cool.
because
Yeah.
Klopp did the same thing for
Yeah.
Slot after his last game.
Yes, he
So it
did.
was kind of a nice little thing there from him. And yeah, it was just great to see all the players, the fans, the whole community of Liverpool because the last time they won, obviously, it was during the COVID.
COVID.
So there was no fans in the
Yeah.
stadium. So it was super cool to see all the celebrations and everything. And just having Salah and Van Dijk re-signed, it feels like good times for Liverpool. Other than Trent is now officially gone. We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? I mean, it was pretty much confirmed.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, I think it was an outside chance, but he was just being quiet and finally made the announcement. But I think he still didn't say where, but it's
Mhm.
going to be Real
It
Madrid.
has to be
There's
Real
no
Madrid.
surprises there. But he said he's leaving at the end of the season. And so, it's too bad for Liverpool. But I think you overall you could have lost all three. And so you've got your captain, you've got your star striker, and so now you just need to get someone solid in at right back, which there's lots of right backs out there too.
Yep.
And so it's not the end of the world. So you have to be happy about that. I think one of my favorite moments, I'm a Chelsea fan, not a Liverpool fan, but I did enjoy the Salah selfies
He
actually.
was on the grind for the selfies as
Yeah,
well,
he
the
did the one with the
celebrations.
cop, and then he did
Yeah.
the one with the players in front of the cop. And
And
so,
fans
yeah, that was cool.
taking
Yeah,
fans' phones, taking selfies.
yeah,
It was a special moment for
that was neat. And then, of course, this weekend we had the Guard of Honor. Chelsea had to
yeah.
do that tradition. So, as at Stamford Bridge and stand out and applaud Liverpool for their success and being champions. And then we went ahead and paid you back by beating you 3-1. So.
Yeah, that was not a great game. I mean, the motivation was clearly not
Oh,
there
yeah.
from the Liverpool players.
And the changes too, right?
The
So,
changes. They didn't start a lot of the normal starters, but I mean, still, you want to go win. You just won the league. Like you still want
yeah.
to do it for the respect of the team. Get as many points as you can.
Yeah.
Just because they've hardly lost this whole season, and then just
No,
to go lose at Stamford Bridge like that was. I mean, it wasn't the best.
only the third loss, right? I think two away
Yeah,
and one at home.
yeah,
So,
not great. And I mean, the only good thing, I'm a Cole Palmer fan. I'm happy he scored. What do you think of that penalty?
yeah. I mean, I know he missed his last penalty.
Mhm.
And Chelsea's missed, I think it was five penalties or something like that. And so it was nice to see him score, and maybe that'll help his confidence. I'll turn him around because he hasn't played well since Christmas, basically.
Yeah.
And so two assists and no goals since then, I think. And so finally he's got a goal, even though it's a penalty.
Hmm.
A gift from Liverpool on that one for the penalty, I think. I think it was Slobostai, and he kind of sold Konza short, so he couldn't get there. And then, I think it was Calceda came in and got the penalty. But anyway, good to see him score, and that was nice. And Chelsea's got a little bit of form going right now. They were in the doldrums for a bit, and now we're coming back. We're in the where it looks like we're going to make the final of the Conference League, and
Hmm.
real good chance of winning that. Could make even top four, depending on results. But that was a big win to beat Liverpool, and then be right in the mix for the Champions Leagues because I didn't think we were going to make it the way we were playing most recently, and so now with that nice little run of form, I think we're going to make Champions League and win the Conference League. So not bad, not a bad
Not
season.
yeah, not the worst. Definitely better than like a team like Man United or someone or Tottenham. So
Yeah,
pretty good for Chelsea. I'm happy they're getting some run of form. And then last episode, we were talking about the Champions League race, and we both kind of said it. We both said Man City in the top four, and of course they're going on a run now. They have 4 wins in a row. Now they're in third place,
they're
and
only 3 points behind Arsenal, I think, isn't that right?
yeah,
So
there was a chance they wouldn't even make it into the Champions League, but now that's pretty much over. Yeah, it's crazy that they're only 3 points shy of Arsenal in second. So yeah, they could actually pull off getting second, which is ridiculous
yeah.
after how bad they've had of a season.
I'm afraid that's what's going to happen, and they'll win the FA Cup, so Pep will get a trophy and finish second in the Premier League
Which is
after everything that
ridiculous.
happened this season.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous with just all the injuries, how poorly they played. Even like Holland, he's been injured for a while
Yeah,
too. So
Rodri out for the whole season.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, crazy if they end up pulling off second. And Arsenal would be super disappointed. Imagine they get knocked out of the Champions League and they slip down to third. That would be ridiculous.
yeah. What a disaster that would be.
But yeah, would not want to be an Arsenal fan. And then Newcastle is currently above Chelsea.
But just on goal, I
Just
think goals scored, right? I
oh
think it
wow,
was.
yeah, it's the goal
Yeah,
differential is exactly tied, but
they've
Newcastle
scored
has more
more.
more goals
Yeah,
scored.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That hasn't happened in a while. So what do you think Chelsea's going to overtake
Oh
Newcastle?
yeah, we're gonna do
You
it.
think so?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got to be confident with my Chelsea team. So yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I can see Newcastle still, qualifying. So
Still very strong, and they came off of a draw. So yeah, their form has been a little slip up because they had a loss, a win, and a draw. So not great. Chelsea's coming off of 3 wins,
yeah,
which is really good for them. Forest, man, what the heck? They're down to 6. What the heck happened? I mean, the last episode we both said I said I feel like Forest is going to slip up,
yeah, and
and
they
and
did,
they did big time.
and they continue to. I think they played today, right? 1-1 Crystal
They
Palace.
drew Crystal Palace, so they've
Yeah,
had quite the fall off.
yeah.
Now there's a chance they're not even going to make Champions League.
I know. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, you look at the teams and the form, and they couldn't afford to slip up, and they've slipped up again. So it's not looking promising for them.
No, and when we had our predictions, I said Man City for sure. You said Man City as well, and you picked your team Chelsea, so Chelsea's still very much in it. I said Chelsea wasn't going to make top four.
Yeah,
I
you
said it
came
was.
back.
I said it was going to be Villa or Newcastle. I don't remember if I said. I want to say I said Villa.
I think you said Villa. Yeah,
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 they're kind of slipping up, so I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, it's really between from Villa up, right? Because I think Bournemouth's
Yeah.
way down there, but still, Villa's still got a chance. Because
Hmm.
what is there, 3 games?
Yeah, 3 games.
So 9 points. So yeah, I think it's still a chance for them, but I'm going to stick with what I said. So
It's looking more likely that it's between Newcastle and Chelsea just because of the Forest really needed that win today against Palace. Since they slipped up though, it's
yeah.
really not looking good for them.
Nope, no, it is not looking
Which
good.
is crazy
Yeah.
because they were so good for so much of the season, and it shows all it takes is a few games, you slip up, and then
Oh yeah.
you drop that many points.
Hmm.
Crazy what can happen, and it just shows how hard it is to actually win the Premier League and why it's only been Liverpool and Man City in the last like 10 years, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Most of those coming from City.
Right. And such a surprise this year with Liverpool being as good as they were with
Yeah.
with a new manager coming in.
Hmm.
Just you have to be impressed with that. Slot's done a tremendous job.
Oh yeah, crazy. Never would have expected that we would have won the league this year. I feel like most Liverpool fans didn't, and most other fans didn't even. They thought Liverpool was going to struggle to make top four.
Oh
So
yeah, a lot of pundits said that. I
yeah,
think so, and it's a big surprise, really.
big surprise. So yeah, next year I would love to see Liverpool have a better Champions League run, and then hopefully fight for that title again next year. That's the goal.
No reason you can't. You've got Salah and Van Dijk back.
Yeah,
Most of the players they played so well, and you just need to fill a few positions here and there. Replace Darwin, I think. And
he's
then
definitely getting
obviously
replaced.
Trent's gone now, so another right back, maybe someone for left back.
Hmm.
But there's not too many needs for your team, really. I
No,
mean, as good as they are.
what do you think? Who's Chelsea going to target over the summer? Because now we're nearing the transfer window.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, I think, the youngest team in the Premier League. The oldest player is Tosin at 27,
That's
and
crazy.
so
That's
real
insane.
young team. So can definitely build with that. I don't think you need to tinker too much with the team. I mean, I think that just need Cole Palmer to get back on form.
Hmm.
Maybe a keeper,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty happy with the rest of the squad.
Hmm.
Lavia is great. He's been injured a lot. Reece James is coming back, so I think we're pretty solid. It's
Hmm.
just a maybe a keeper,
Yeah.
and I don't know, possibly another center forward because Nicholas Jackson's done really well, but I'm still not 100% on him. And I know some of his drop off he's been scoring, but Cole Palmer, he doesn't have that partnership with him.
Yeah.
Palmer was getting assists passing to Jackson. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, that could be potential Ipswich number 9 maybe could go to Chelsea. I would take that.
That would be wild. The lab to Chelsea would
Oh
be
yeah,
that'd be crazy.
I'd
But
like to see that, but I know
yeah,
United's interested. There's a bunch of teams
I
who would
just hope
like
he
him.
doesn't go to United. Anyone but United.
Yeah, exactly. And boy, do they need help.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they could definitely use him, but I like the lab, so I hope. I mean, as much as I would love him to stay at Ipswich and help them, hopefully try to get back to the Premier League. I feel like he's too good for the Championship. So
Definitely. And he's got that
yeah,
he's got that release clause. I'm sure there's already negotiations going on.
yeah, exactly. Um, was there anything else you wanted to add?
Just to have to rub salt into the wounds with United and Tottenham. Can't help that.
They're so bad.
Except in the Europa League. It looks like they're both going to be, they're in a good position to make the
Yeah,
final. And so an English team could win the Europa League, which is another Champions League
yeah.
spot. And they're going to finish just above relegation. I think West Ham's below Tottenham, and then United's just above Tottenham.
Tottenham's in 16th,
Yeah.
United's in 15th.
So horrible in the league,
Yeah.
and they lost again over the weekend. I think it was
Hmm.
4-3 to Brentford.
Yep.
United. And so, yeah, that's crazy that they'll finish that low in the league and they could still make Champions League. That's disappointing, actually. You think about it, it's like that's not fair.
Yeah, I mean, if that does happen, I want Tottenham over United because I just can't. I don't want to see United win anything.
Yeah, I would,
I know you don't like Tottenham because of Chelsea, but
but I like United even less. I think just
yeah,
from the history,
yeah, yeah, for
But
sure. Who's your since the season's wrapping up, PFA Player of the Year?
yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Well, who you got? I mean,
I have to go Salah
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's gonna get the Golden
He's
Boot.
definitely getting the goal. He's breaking all kinds of other
Yeah.
records too,
And
right?
he's leading in assists, and it's
Yeah,
not even close.
yeah,
I know a lot of people criticize, yes, he's had some dips in form, but so does everyone else. Like every other
yeah.
player has bad games.
And he's always there too. He's not. I mean,
Yeah,
touch wood for you. He hasn't
yeah,
been injured. I mean, the
yeah.
guy's been
Knock
so
on wood.
solid. Yeah,
Exactly. So, I mean, just leading both those categories, he's always been our clutch player, so I have to go Salah, but
yeah.
do you have anyone else?
No, I think you're right. I mean, I
Yeah,
think overall he's going to get the golden boot. He's breaking all kinds of records. You have to go with him.
yeah.
But there's some players who've done really well this season too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Declan Rice. I
Mhm.
mean, I think teams would like to pick him up. He's a hell of a player. He's not going anywhere with Arsenal because he
Yeah.
came from West Ham. But what a leader he is in the team. I know he's not the captain,
Mhm.
Overgaard is, but he's just got such a presence in
Oh,
the
yeah.
field, and he can score. He can win the ball. He's some player, which I'm
Definitely.
glad he's English because that's going to be helpful.
Yeah, I would put Declan Rice at one of the best CDMs right now for
Yeah,
sure. He's super consistent. Another player who had a great season was Isak. I mean, he was
yeah.
very kind of like a standout year for him.
Hmm.
So yeah, teams are going to be looking at him this summer. Cunha for Wolves, he's way too good for them.
Yeah, he's going somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone try to pick him up. He's ridiculously good. Even like Forest had what Murillo, the Brazilian center back.
he's
He's super
yeah,
good.
because they've been so good
Yeah.
defensively overall this season, and a
Mhm.
great counterattacking team. Alanga, another former United
Yeah.
player, he was great. Hudson-Odoi, I think, just really that's kind of it. I think some surprises and players and
Yeah.
performances and throughout the league, different teams. Like you said, Wolves, with Cunha playing there, I mean, he was next level for them. I mean, he saved them. They could have got relegated, but
Yeah.
he was so good that he lifted them up, and now they're way clear of the relegation zone. I know that relegation positions have been tied up now since
Yeah.
Ipswich was the last one to complete the three. I guess we can talk a little bit about the championship because now we kind of know
Oh
what's
yeah,
going on
yeah.
there. So you got what Leeds was champions,
Leeds and Burnley is back.
automatic. And then the playoffs. And I have to little shout out for a former Chelsea player, Frank Lampard, came on as the Coventry coach. Probably, I think they were pretty low down, maybe 17th in the championship, and he's got them up into the sixth spot, so they're in the playoffs. So good for Frank.
Yeah,
He's
I
my
mean,
favorite Chelsea player, so I
yeah.
have to support him as a manager as well. So
Do you think they're gonna sneak in there and get that spot, the third spot?
they've got some momentum. So I mean, there's some good teams in there too. I think Sheffield United, another team that's been up
Yeah,
recently in the mix, and so Bristol Rovers, but that's wide open.
yeah,
Because look at Luton here. Luton last year they won the playoffs and got up there, and now they looks like they're getting relegated to Division One.
that sucks.
So you
That's
go
really
from the
rough.
Premier League to the
Yeah.
Championship to Division One. So that's what can
Hey, it's
happen.
happened to Ipswich, so.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly.
But is there anything else you wanted to add on?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was yeah, we got what, only a couple more weeks left of the Premier League, which is crazy. And then yeah, we can look forward to that Champions League. We'll talk about that
yeah,
coming up, leading into the final for the next episode. But yeah, we're almost at the end of the season, so it's crazy.
that's right. And then the FA Cup, we've got to root for
Yeah, FA
Crystal
Cup
Palace
too.
to beat Man City, so they don't win anything.
Exactly. Yeah, we're definitely going to be hoping for that, but it's going to be unlikely, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll
probably
see.
not, but yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we appreciate the support. Hit the like button, share it out, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.